dog, although he looks like it. This is Ollie. And this is Louise Skelton, who is a member of the Canine Massage Guild. Paul Manktelow with me as well. Louise, tell me about the qualification that you've been through to become a dog masseur.
So we have to study for 2 years with the Canine Massage Therapy Centre, where we have really intense knowledge of anatomy and physiology. In total, it's around about 1,200 hours that we actually study for. And at the end of it, we pass the course and we can join the Canine Massage Guild, which is obviously a registered group of therapists across the country. So
Ollie's clearly enjoying himself. Are there different sorts of massages that you do?
There are. So we're within the when we're training, we're actually taught Swedish massage, which is what Ollie's having at the moment. We're also taught fascial release. We also taught the Lenton method, which has actually gone through some studies and clinical trials with Winchester University at the moment. And it was found that 95% of dogs in those trials benefited from what we do. We also taught deep tissue and sports massage as well.
It's incredibly, I mean, it's almost as tough as training to be a vet, Paul.
I know. But there's so many proven health benefits to this, especially in older dogs. As dogs age, their joints can become inflamed and all the muscles really tighten up around those joints. So any sort of therapy that loosens that up improves mobility, improves posture, and actually improves quality of life. And these dogs are so much happier, even after just only 1 or 2 sessions.
Obviously, we would recommend for a full massage, people go to a professional like you. But if people wanted to give a sort of, try it at home in the terms of doing the right things, what are the rules they need to follow?
So the Canine Massage Therapy Centre actually has online courses or actually in-person courses, and that's across the country with trained instructors that will actually show you in a day some really good techniques that will help support your dog between coming to see us as a Canine Massage Guild therapist or them doing it at home. And that way, at least they're being taught exactly what to do with the skilled people.
Now, Ollie is a 10-year-old dog, so obviously the things we were saying about older dogs, they do start to become an issue around about 10 years onwards. We've got a few questions in from you at home watching for Paul to answer. Laura Ann Innes says, any advice on an elderly dog who will eat but has lost their enthusiasm for their meals? We live in a multi-dog household, and while she's allowed to eat at her own pace, we do notice a difference.
Yeah, so older dogs do sometimes need a bit of encouragement for eating. I would suggest for her is to give her a little bit of space away from the other dogs, and sometimes if you can just warm up the food a little bit, because sometimes the sense of smell isn't as good as it used to be, it really encourages them to eat a lot quicker.
Okay, let's have a look at the next one from Suzanne Taylor. My 13-year-old cockapoo suffers from really bad arthritis from one of his back legs. Can you suggest some exercises to help at home? Well, quite. Louise, would you like to answer this one?
So, yeah, massage massively helps with arthritis. I would say a good 60% of the clients that I see in my clinic are all elderly dogs that are suffering with arthritis. Massage obviously softens up those muscles, so they're not pulling tight on those arthritic joints, so that the dog's able to move a little bit more freely and a little bit go back to normal and enjoying walks. And, so I would suggest to Suzanne to look up the local therapist, really.
Hydrotherapy might be another thing just to suggest. Question from Dennis. For you, Paul, my 11-year-old Weimaraner has stopped responding to her name and commands and generally seems much more irritable. I'm concerned she has dementia, and so dogs do get dementia.
Well, before we go there, I think I'd recommend a bit of a hearing test at your vet's just to see if that's the reason she's not responding to commands. But also, I would just get your vet to see if there's any areas of pain or inflammation, because that can actually make dogs more irritable as they get older.
How long do you tend to massage Ollie for?
So we actually treat the whole body. So just because they might be arthritic or struggling in their forelimbs, we actually work at all the overcompensatory issues as well here. So a massage for a dog the size of Ollie would normally take about an hour, because we actually would do both sides as well.
Okay, well, I will leave you to wheel the table out, turn him over and finish the massage so that he doesn't get shortchanged. Thank you so much. It was really interesting to hear all that as well. And obviously, some of the dogs that might need a bit of a massage to help them recover and perform at their best would be those who have been taking part in heel work to music. Here are some of the highlights from this week.